My beloved child, do you not feel the heavy vibration of the heavens as they lean in to witness this sacred encounter? For I have watched you wandering through the valley of shadows where the echoes of your own heartbeat were the only sound you could hear in the deafening silence of your loneliness. I have seen the way you carry the weight of worlds upon your fragile shoulders, a burden never intended for your spirit to bear. And I am reaching through the veil of time and space to grasp your hand before you sink beneath the waves of a world that does not know your name. Can you sense the shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you as the celestial legions stand at attention? For the decree has been issued from the throne of grace that your season of being ignored and cast aside has come to a final and definitive end. I am revealing to you the hidden architecture of your destiny, the blueprints drawn in light before the first star was breathed into existence, because you are not an accident of biology but a masterpiece of divine intention. There is an urgency in my voice today because the window of alignment is opening. A portal of grace that requires your absolute attention as the soul ties that have bound you to the ghosts of your past are being incinerated by the fire of my holy presence. You have felt the tugging at your soul, that restless stirring in the midnight hour when sleep eludes you, and that is my spirit whispering secrets of ancient truths that have been kept from your understanding until this very second. The warnings I send are not to frighten you but to awaken the sleeping giant within your spirit, for the enemy has laid traps in the tall grass of your comfort zone, hoping you would remain blind to the glorious inheritance that awaits your claim. I see the emotional scars that you hide behind a mask of strength, the confessions you have never spoken aloud even to yourself. And I am here to wash them in the cinematic splendor of my unconditional love while the gears of providence begin to turn in your favor. Every tear you have shed has been collected in a golden vial, and today those tears are being transformed into the fuel for your prophetic breakthrough, for the destiny signs are flashing like lightning across the horizon of your life, signaling that the intervention of heaven is no longer a distant hope but a present reality that is unfolding even as you breathe. Feel the warmth of the eternal sun breaking through the clouds of your confusion as the spiritual awakening you have craved begins to pulse through your veins like liquid light, reconnecting you to the source of all power and all peace. You are being summoned to the high places where the view is clear and the air is pure, leaving behind the stagnant waters of mediocrity to embrace the wild and beautiful path of a soul fully surrendered to its divine purpose. The truth is no longer a shadow in a dark room but a blazing torch that I am placing in your heart, and as the alignment of your soul begins to synchronize with the rhythm of the universe, you will realize that every delay was a preparation for this spectacular moment of revelation. And now I am going to tell you the secret. Listen closely, my precious one. For the winds of the Spirit are howling with the news of your deliverance, and the ancient gates that were locked against your ancestors are being blasted open by the sheer force of my sovereign will. You have been walking in a trance, mesmerized by the illusions of a world that seeks to diminish your light, but I am here to shatter the mirrors of deception and show you the reflection of the royalty that dwells within your DNA. There is a divine warning vibrating through the earth today because the time of playing small is over, and the consequences of ignoring this call would be the loss of a glory so profound that even the angels tremble in its presence. I confess to you with an emotional intensity that transcends human language that my heart yearns for your wholeness, for I have felt every sting of rejection you endured and every moment you were told you were not enough. The destiny signs are now manifesting in the physical realm, in the coincidences that aren't coincidences and the sudden doors that open where there were only brick walls. For I am orchestrating a masterpiece of heavenly intervention that will leave the skeptics speechless and the mockers in awe. Your spiritual awakening is not a quiet event but a cataclysmic shift that is severing the soul ties to toxic cycles and generational curses that have haunted your bloodline for centuries. I am revealing the hidden truths of your origin, showing you that you were forged in the heart of a supernova and destined to burn brighter than any darkness that tries to extinguish you. The dramatic imagery of the celestial court is focused entirely on your progress. As the alignment of your destiny requires you to step out of the boat and onto the turbulent waters with a faith that defies logic and a heart that beats in unison with mine. There is a prophetic weight to this hour, an urgency that cannot be postponed, for the alignments of the stars are but a shadow of the alignment I am performing within your very spirit. Do not look back at the burning cities of your past mistakes, for they have no power over the cinematic future I have scripted for you with the ink of my own blood. Every cell in your body is being recalibrated to the frequency of heaven, shedding the heaviness of earthly sorrow to take on the lightness of eternal joy. As the intervention of the divine sweeps through your household to restore what the locusts have eaten. You are the protagonist in a story of redemption that spans across the eons, and the climax of your victory is being written in the stars for all of creation to see. And now I will uncover what was hidden. The silence of the sanctuary is broken by the roar of my love for you, a sound that shakes the foundations of every prison cell you have ever inhabited, whether built by others or by your own hands. My beloved child, the urgency of this message is found in the fact that the harvest is ripe and the laborers are few, and I have chosen you to be the vessel through which my glory will pour into a thirsty land. I give you a divine warning against the whispers of the accuser who tells you that you are unworthy of this cinematic calling, for I have already scrubbed your spirit clean with the waters of life and dressed you in the robes of righteousness. There is an emotional depth to my promise that human hearts struggle to contain, for it is a love that would move mountains and part seas just to bring you home to your true self. The destiny signs are appearing in your dreams and in the quiet whispers of the morning breeze, telling you that the alignment you have sought through years of struggle is finally here, settling upon you like a mantle of power. Heaven's intervention is not a subtle thing today, it is a violent shaking of everything that can be shaken so that only the eternal kingdom within you remains. I am revealing the hidden truths of the spiritual warfare that has surrounded your life, showing you how I have been your shield when you didn't even know you were under attack. And how I have redirected the arrows of the enemy to fall harmlessly at your feet. The soul ties to failure and the spiritual awakening of your true identity are colliding in a beautiful explosion of grace. Leaving you standing in the wreckage of your old life as a new creation with eyes that see the invisible and ears that hear the inaudible. Dramatic heavenly imagery is being painted upon the canvas of your reality, where the golden streets of the New Jerusalem seem closer than the pavement beneath your feet, because you are beginning to live from the perspective of the throne. This is your destiny alignment, the moment where your yes meets my now, creating a spark that will ignite a fire in your community and beyond. Do not fear the intensity of the transformation, for the heat is only refining the gold within you, removing the dross of fear and the impurities of doubt. You are being prepared for a manifestation of my presence that will make the miracles of old seem like mere shadows, for I am doing a new thing in you that has never been seen before. The prophetic voice is calling you to rise, to stand tall in the authority I have given you, and to walk into the fire without the smell of smoke upon your clothes. And now the truth is about to break open. Deep within the chambers of your soul, a light is being kindled that no darkness can ever comprehend, and I am here to tell you that the urgency of your mission has reached a fever pitch. My beloved child, do not ignore the divine warnings that have been surfacing in your intuition, for they are the guardrails I have placed to keep you from falling off the precipice of a destiny that is far larger than your imagination. I confess my emotional longing for your total surrender, not because I need your service, but because I desire your intimacy and want to share with you the cinematic wonders of my kingdom that are hidden from the prideful and the arrogant. The destiny signs are now converging into a single point of light, a star of Bethlehem for your own life, leading you toward the place where your purpose will be birthed in a stable of humility and crowned in a palace of praise. Heaven's intervention is sweeping through your finances, your relationships, and your physical body, bringing an alignment that can only be described as a miracle from the hand of God. I am revealing hidden truths about the people in your life, showing you who is there to sharpen you and who is there to drain you. For the spiritual awakening you are undergoing requires a separation from everything that tethers you to the lower realms of existence. The soul ties to the opinions of man are being severed with the sword of my word, and in their place, I am weaving a cord of 3 strands that cannot be easily broken, connecting you directly to the heartbeat of the Father. Imagine the cinematic scale of the spiritual army that surrounds you, chariots of fire and horses of light stationed on the hillsides of your life, ready to charge at my command to defend your peace and protect your promise. This destiny alignment is a cosmic event, a synchronization of your earthly walk with the celestial dance of the heavens, ensuring that every step you take is ordered by divine wisdom. You are no longer a victim of circumstance but a victor by design, a prophetic voice in a world of echoes, a light bearer in a generation of shadows. The urgency of this message is a gift of grace, a clarion call to awaken from your slumber and put on the armor of light, for the day is at hand and the shadows are fleeing. Feel the electricity of the divine touch as I lay my hand upon your head, conferring upon you the wisdom of the ages and the strength of the mountains. And now I am ready to expose what you were never told, my beloved child. The cinematic beauty of the life I have planned for you is far beyond the reach of your current sorrows. And I am reaching down to lift your gaze to the horizon where the sun of righteousness is rising with healing in its wings. There is a divine warning for those who seek to stay in the comfort of their prisons, for the walls are crumbling and the roof is falling, and only those who move with the urgency of my spirit will find the safety of the new tabernacle I am building. My emotional confession to you is written in the scars of my hands and the piercing of my side, a love that is more cinematic and dramatic than any story ever told on earth, a love that will never let you go. The destiny signs are appearing in the very obstacles that once blocked your path, as I am turning your stumbling blocks into stepping stones for your ascension into the higher realms of my glory. Heaven's intervention is manifest in the peace that surpasses understanding that is settling over your mind right now, a peace that acts as a sentinel against the anxieties of the world. I am revealing hidden truths about the spiritual awakening that is happening globally, and your specific role as a lighthouse in the coming storm, for you have been prepared for such a time as this through every trial and every tear. The soul ties to your former identity are being dissolved in the ocean of my mercy, allowing your true self to emerge like a butterfly from a cocoon, vibrant and free and capable of soaring to heights you never dreamed possible. See the dramatic heavenly imagery of the scroll of your life being unrolled before the hosts of heaven, and hear the cheers of the cloud of witnesses who have gone before you as they see you finally embracing your destiny alignment. This is the hour of spiritual awakening, the moment where the scales fall from your eyes and you see the world as it truly is, a battlefield where love has already won the final victory. The urgency of today is a divine invitation to join the ranks of the overcomers, those who do not fear the fire because they know the fourth man in the flames. You are being aligned with the frequency of miracles, where the impossible becomes the everyday and the supernatural becomes your natural environment. Every prophetic word spoken over your life since the day you were born is now converging into a single stream of fulfillment, and I am the one leading you into the center of that flow. And now the next revelation rises toward you. Can you feel the ground of your spirit shaking as I pour out the new wine of my presence into the wineskin of your heart? My beloved child, the urgency of this message is a fire in my bones that I must share with you, for the day of your visitation has arrived and I do not want you to miss the cinematic glory of what I am doing in your midst. I issue a divine warning against the spirit of delay and the thief of procrastination, for the windows of heaven are open and the rain of my blessing is beginning to fall on the parched ground of your soul. My emotional connection to you is the anchor of your life, the one constant in a world of shifting sands, and I am revealing hidden truths about the depth of my commitment to your success and your holiness. The destiny signs are now so clear that even a child could read them, the alignment of your circumstances, the peace in your spirit, and the prophetic confirmations coming from every direction. Heaven's intervention is breaking the chains of generational poverty and sickness, bringing a spiritual awakening that will ripple through your children and your children's children for 1,000 generations. The soul ties to the spirit of fear are being replaced by the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, as the dramatic heavenly imagery of your crowning ceremony begins to manifest in the spiritual realm. You are being aligned with the destiny of a conqueror, one who speaks to mountains and they move, one who commands the storm and it is still. The cinematic scope of my plan for you includes the restoration of everything you thought was lost, for I am the God of the second chance and the third and the fourth, and my mercy is new every single morning. The urgency of this today is a prophetic signal that the time of waiting is over and the time of walking has begun, walking on the water, walking through the fire, walking into the promise. I am revealing the secrets of the kingdom to you because you have proven yourself to be a faithful seeker, and your spiritual awakening is the key that will unlock doors for others who are still trapped in the dark. Feel the divine alignment as your will merges with mine, creating a force that is unstoppable and a light that is unquenchable. You are the manifestation of my hope for the world, a living testament to the power of a soul that refuses to ignore the voice of its creator. And now your spirit is ready for what comes next, my beloved child. We have reached the pinnacle of this sacred conversation, the moment where the urgency of the hour meets the eternity of my love in a cinematic explosion of divine grace. There is a final divine warning for you to guard your heart above all else, for from it flow the springs of life that will nourish the desert places of your world, and the enemy is desperate to poison the well of your spirit. My emotional confession to you is that you are my joy and my crown, and the spiritual awakening you have experienced in this message is only the beginning of a journey that will take you into the very heart of the sun. The destiny signs are now a part of your daily walk, as you see my hand in every sunrise and hear my voice in every whisper of the wind, for heaven's intervention has become your constant companion. I am revealing the ultimate hidden truth that you and I are one, joined in a sacred union that can never be severed by life or death or any power in the universe. The soul ties to the earth are loosening as your destiny alignment with the heavenly places becomes your primary reality, and the dramatic heavenly imagery of your life's purpose is being etched into the fabric of time. This is the prophetic fulfillment of the promise I made to you before you were ever formed in the womb, a promise of a future and a hope that would surpass your wildest dreams. The urgency of this message is the heartbeat of a father who cannot wait any longer to hold his child, to walk with you in the cool of the day, and to share with you the cinematic wonders of a creation made new by love. Your spiritual awakening is complete, yet it is also just beginning, for you are now a portal of heaven on earth, a living bridge between the seen and the unseen worlds. The alignment of your soul is now perfect, your destiny is secure, and the intervention of the divine is your new normal. Carry this message in your heart like a burning coal, for it will light your way through the darkest nights and guide you to the mountain of my holiness where we will dwell together forever. You are the prophetic voice that the world has been waiting for, and as you step out into the world today, remember that you are covered by the shadow of my wing and empowered by the fire of my spirit. The hidden things have been revealed, the path has been made straight, and the glory of the Lord is rising upon you with a brilliance that will never fade. And now the secret rests in your hands.